And we are on. So welcome, everyone. We are onto the Spirit Sisters Talk. It is 10 o'clock. Just make a quick mention. We're going to be changing the time for next week, and it's going to be continuous at 1 p.m. Okay. But just for today, again, we're here at 10 o'clock, and it is a beautiful Monday, like you would like to say there, Michelle. It is.
I say Monday.
It is a Monday. It sure is. Great opportunities that is always coming up, right? And today we're actually going to be talking about opportunities and the fear of success, because these two goes hand in hand, and it is like amazing. And we also have a special guest with us that we're going to bring on a little bit later on, Jordin from Forest Hills Private School and Retreat Center. So let's get started first, dear Michelle. What comes up for you with the fear of success?
The fear of success, believe it or not, has really stopped me every once in a while. Like, it's blocked me from moving forward. And it's that fear of, wow, if I do this, then I'm going to be responsible for this. If I do this, I'm going to change lives. And sometimes that really, is scary, because again, there's that level and sense of responsibility that comes with that.
Yeah, and that's so true, right? And really, like, what is success, right? Like, there's I can't remember who is that quote from, but success is a progressive realization of a worthy ideal. So really, was it Earl Nightingale that said that? Mm-hmm. There you go. I had a feeling that was from him. And really, like, you're already successful if you are going after that ideal, that progressive realization that, and you know that you're worthy. You're already successful. You just got to keep going, keep being persistent, right? And it's so true. Like, we are so into limiting ourselves to that success. Because of the worth that we have, we can only get to where we know our worth, right? And we have a limited potential. So really, like, a lot of the times we're just scared of, like, how much of potential we can actually achieve. We're powerful beings.
For sure. And really, to add on to Earl's beautiful quote there is, as long as we're showing up for ourselves, as long as we're making an effort and continuing to improve, even if it's 1% every day, we are that successful human being. Yeah.
And it really, it goes back to, like, your sense of worth, right?
Well,
because like, I know for myself, like, I write that everywhere, because you know what, like, we're always putting ourselves with a goal, right? There's always a goal that needs to be achieved, but you can only achieve that goal as long as you know that you're worthy of that goal, right? And it's not so much of the goal, but it's about becoming the person that it can be achieving that goal, right? So I actually have, like, everywhere. It's on my car dash. It's like in every door. It's everywhere. It's like, I am worthy. And that's something that, we can do that for ourselves, to remind ourselves that we are worthy to achieve the success that there is, right? Because really, opportunities are everywhere. And there's another quote that actually got brought up to my attention this morning during study club, and it's really amazing one. So let me just say this. Don't get so wrapped up in the moment that you miss the small window of opportunity that there is. Because there's opportunities in everything. I'm getting shivers from all over. Like, my crown chakra is getting, like, opened up, because it's so true, right? Like, there's no challenges in life. It's whatever we make it of it. Really, it's actually lessons that is there for us, and for us to take that opportunity to learn more about ourselves, right? Because there's always going to be triggers. People are our assignments, right? And we learn through them.
Yeah. And I want to tap back into what you said about self-image and what we think about ourselves, because really the only limits that we have are the ones that we place on ourselves. And, and again, going back to that fear of success, that fear of taking that step, a lot of that is driven by that feeling of being judged, right? Of what people are going to think about us, or or yeah, what people are going to think about us. Again, that has stopped me from moving forward in achieving some of my dreams, is because it's that word, who do you think you are? And it's, I ask that of myself, right? Who do you think you are to achieve something like that?
Who do you think you're not?
Well, exactly, right? And when you think about it, is who do I think I am to stop myself from helping others? Because really, that's what we're here for, is to help others grow. And who do I think I am to do that, right? And when you think about who we truly are and what we truly are, right? We are God's highest form of creation on this planet. And when we think about it that way, then taking the opportunities doesn't seem so scary, because we have a team of people, beings, higher beings, right? Our friends, the people who truly want us to move forward, we have them behind us, helping us. So when I think about it that way, the opportunities don't seem so scary.
Yeah, that is so true there, Michelle, because you know what, there's this thing that just, as you were talking there, great minds think alike. just been thinking of like, yeah, like if you knew who was walking beside you, you would have no fear at all.
Yep.
Right. And it's just to have that knowing, like, to like with certainty. That's what faith is all about, right? It's knowing with certainty that things will always work out in your favor no matter what.
Yeah, that's exactly what faith is. Absolutely. Absolutely.
And it all goes to that, right? Like, I mean, like, if you know you're worthy of success, there's no fear. There's no fear. It's either faith and love, or there's fear, right? If you walk in faith and have that love inside of you, which that's what we are, right? We are being of love and light. And then everybody has that own message, that own gift inside of themselves that is needed, that is, you're responsible to share that message into the world, because it's your duty, it's your responsibility to share that light. And so just know that you're capable of achieving this, right?
Yeah.
It's just so beautiful. So with that said, I'd like to introduce to a very special person that is very dear to my heart. I'm so grateful that actually I've met Jordin, and she is actually my daughter's teacher, and she's just a beautiful human being. So let me just introduce her here. So she is actually a mother of 2 boys and a wife, and she's also a certified Ontario teacher in St. Mary's, Ontario. And let me just pull up my notes here because I don't want to miss anything, okay? We are live here. We are doing great. So anyway, Jordin actually decided in 2022 that the mainstream education system no longer actually aligned with her beliefs and values, and it was no longer serving her highest good. And I was so grateful that when we actually decided to actually open up our home to have a homeschool pod, that Jordin came along, and because it was just perfect in alignment with her own beliefs and her own mission and all that. And from there, she decided to actually venture on out on her own and to begin a pod schooling business, and which then actually lead to the need to actually push herself even further and open a private school. And this is the Forest Hills Private School and Retreat Center, and it's going to be opening in September of 2023. My crown chakra is like full on open here. I'm just so full of chills, so much excitement, and it's actually encompassing the Forest School and also Waldorf learning processes. So as well, it's going to foster a deep spiritual connections to one another and also to the land. So grateful for you, Jordin, to join us today on the Spirit Sister. And please share with us a little bit about yourself, a little bit more, and what this is all about.
Thank you so much. Yes, foremost, I'm so full of gratitude to be here and talking with you. So thank you so much, and for having me and for believing in me. So Forest Hills Private School and Retreat Center came about it would have been like a year and a half ago or so. And it kind of just came into fruition. And I can explain that a little bit more in detail. But yes, like you said, Jacinthe, it is forest schooling and Waldorf connected, as well as our spiritual practices. We practice mindfulness, meditation. We're going to introduce some Reiki practices to children that they can use, and they realize that they have that unconditional love and light within them, and they can help to heal themselves and others. And we have a really beautiful team that is coming together. We call them guides because they help to guide children in their learning. And I'm just so excited to be working with our team that's just coming together so beautifully. So yes, I want to go back to some of the things that you were saying about fear of success and opportunities, because I will have to admit, this is probably one of the scariest things I've ever done in my life. And letting go of, the security of being, a teacher in the system with a pension and benefits. That was very scary for me to just let that go. But I knew that it, in the long run, it really wasn't serving me. I didn't feel that, my soul was being fed what it needed to grow and to be, yes, my highest good. And so when the opportunity came along for me to start a pod schooling business, it felt scary, and I knew that I needed to do it. And so I just let go, and I did it. And a lot of the time, just let go. And it's like I imagine myself just like falling into an ocean with like nothing. But a lot of the times when I was putting, my program together, or I was talking to parents, a lot of the time I heard this little voice in my head saying, I don't know if you can do this. I don't know if you are able to handle all this. This is a lot of responsibility. You have never ran your own business before. And I realized that voice was my ego, and it was trying to deter me from my highest good. And we are always challenged by our ego. And when it hit me like a wall. And when I realized that little voice is not me, it is my ego, it was so profound, and I became so aware that I am able to do this. And so even now, that little voice will come back and it'll say, you're crazy, or there's no way. But I just pause. I am aware of that voice. I take a big breath and I push it away because it doesn't serve me. And these are some of the things that we're teaching the children at our school. We tell them all the time, hey, you can do hard things, and you can do this, and you don't have to be afraid. You can choose not to be afraid.
Exactly. And that's the thing, right? I just wanted,
and we have a choice.
And that's the thing, right? You do have the choice, right? And then you can decide that you can't do it, and you can decide that you can do it. Mm-hmm. And either way, you're going to be right.
Exactly. Yeah. Because what's meant to be will be. And when something is no longer serving you, when we make that realization, that can also be very scary. And it's letting go of that comfort. My prior job was very comfortable because I had all those securities. But there's always going to be a new opportunity, and that new opportunity is always going to be for the best. And it's just realizing that. And another thing that I learned through this process was listening to your intuition, but also being open to others and what they say, because I probably wouldn't have taken this venture. My ego was, going crazy at the time. And someone had said to me, maybe you should just reach out to that person and ask them and see what they think. And maybe you can do this. And I, to this day, feel that it wasn't just that person telling me that message. It was the divine telling me that message. And I've been practicing to be very aware of what people say to me and think, okay, is that just like from them, or is that from somebody else?
And that's the thing, right? Like the universe or the source or God, whichever it is that you are aligning with, will send you messages through people. And it is
Yes.
for us to be open to
Aware. Yep.
receive, and then to notice those cues or those little drips
Yes.
that comes along the way to bring us to our own purpose and our highest good, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes. Yeah.
Mhm.
And there's, the law of attraction, who you're attracting into your life as well. Who has those messages maybe for you. And yeah, it's really amazing when you kind of have a different perspective on fear and seeing things in a different light. Like, all of this is meant to be because it's meant to be, and it's for our highest good. And yeah, when you let go of that fear, there's nothing but love.
Exactly.
I love that.
Mhm.
I have a couple questions for you, Jordin.
Sure. Sure.
We understanding that decision is the beginning domino that gets things going, right? That gets the ball rolling. And once we decide to do something, that's when it starts to happen. My question to you is, what are the 2 best decisions you've ever made in your life?
Having children, that would be my first.
That was a quick, easy one.
Yeah.
You answered that one right off the bat.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
having children, it just
Because
gave
even
me,
that's a scary thought
yeah.
too, right?
Oh yeah. It definitely it gave me a sense of purpose. I know when my husband and I were together, and before we got married, I love my husband, but like I went to work, and I love the kids that I teach or I taught, but yeah, there was something missing. And then when I had my first, I was like, oh, there it is. There's my purpose right there. And then I had another one, and there's my purpose. So yeah, being a mother and doing this, starting this school up. Yeah, those are the 2.
It's interesting to me how this all revolves around the little ones,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because with what we study here, understanding that our paradigms, our stories, who we are really is developed in those first 7 to 8 years of life. So thank you, Jordin, for recognizing your purpose and following through, that you are here to help cultivate the future of humanity, really, by helping these littles to become the beautiful humans that they're meant to be. So thank you for that. Thank you. Thank you for deciding to choose that path. I love that.
I'm going to try and respond, but I can't. Thank you.
And I just want to say as well, is like I've always noticed with Jordin, like we've had a very special connections from the start, just because of the spiritual aspect that we've been sharing. That's what Michelle and I as well, we have this this beautiful relationship, because we are tapped into a spiritual aspect of life, and seeing everyone seeing with the heart. Right. And not encompassing, like, forget about the body, because really we are souls having human experience, and our children are so precious. And there are our biggest teachers, because I have to say for myself, I am not crying.
You can cry with me.
But like, I have to say as well for myself, right? Like that was, and I'm sure for you as well, Michelle, right? Like as soon as you become a mother, there's something in you that changes.
Yeah.
It changes. And then all of a sudden it's just not you anymore. It's like you are responsible for the next generations to come. And that's what I love so much as well about the school, is that because it is a lot of it encompasses with the spirituality, and then also coming back to the land, and then knowing that we are responsible for what we will be providing in future generations. So, so thank you for providing this opportunity for our children. And also, I want to say that it's not just for the children, but it's also for adults, because there is actually the retreat center that is actually open. And I'm so grateful that you have actually has opened that up for on the weekends for adults to actually tap into that interconnection, to have this soul connection within one another and be connected back to the land, because this is what Michelle and I are all about. We all about bringing everyone together, and we are so grateful that you actually you know, we had some talks and all that, and then we actually going to be doing some retreats at the Forest School here in it's a Hambro area in Ontario. So starting September, right? So we have our first one September 30th, October 1st. So it's in the works there. So you want to keep your eyes open, keep your keep it out there, so that, you know, so if you want to experience something live and have that beautiful connection with one another, this is what we are, because really we are one. We are one, and we are here to help each other grow. So opportunities is there everywhere. If this is a message that is actually resonated with you with what Jordin is actually offering for our children, if you know somebody that's looking for this type of education, holistic education for their children, make sure that you reach out. You can reach out to me, you can reach out to Jordin. If you want Jordin to leave your information there, maybe in the chat, and then we can share that as well. We'll put it in the comment in the Facebook group there. Make sure you reach out, because if it resonates with you, it's because the message was received and you need to have that information either for yourself, your family, or someone that you know.
Exactly, exactly. And you know what I was going to say with that too is, even though you might not be a parent, and maybe that's your choice and that's okay, but perhaps you know somebody that has children, maybe you're that favorite aunt or that amazing uncle who, you know, and this resonates with you and you want to share it with somebody, you know, please feel free to do that as well.
Yeah. Grandparents, right?
Grandparents,
like,
yes.
Everyone can, if it resonates with you and you know someone in your life that could benefit from this, make sure you reach out, because it's a beautiful opportunity. That's what we're about, right? Don't fear of the success. Be open to opportunities that is presented to you. This is what this talk is all about. We are here to be there for each other. And with that said there, Michelle, do you have something this week coming up to share with everyone?
I do, but I think Jordin wanted to say something as well.
Yes.
So.
I was just gonna, and this can be added in the post, but I just would like it to be very clear to families that it is very, very flexible. So, you know, if people are interested in registering for 1 day a week or 2 days a week or the whole week, we're very, very flexible, because we want to be able to accommodate as many families and as many family dynamics as we can. So we're trying to cater to you know, homeschooling families that maybe want to take a day to do some supplementary learning, or maybe children in the mainstream system that just, you know, need a break and they need to play in the forest for a day. So I just want to reiterate that it's very flexible. It does not have to be you know, full-time enrollment. We just want to reach as many families as we can, and provide some programming for all that are welcome. Yeah.
Yeah, and I just want to say as
well.
That.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was available. I think that's a brilliant outlook, is to, like, especially for parents that are homeschooling, because it can get a little bit overwhelming, I'm sure. And it's a great break for everybody. And wow, thank you, Jordin. That's awesome. That's beautiful.
Yeah, the flexibility is amazing. And also it's not just what can you tell us, like the range of like the range of the children that this program is offering?
Absolutely. Yeah, I know it's a lot of information. So we're running a toddler program. So that would be 2.5 to 3-year-olds. It is filling up very quickly. And also a school age program. So 4 years of age till 13. So grade 8, kindergarten to grade 8. And we have, like I said, we have a beautiful team, and we would like to see, you know, age groups working together, but also our entire group working as a whole and learning from each other, and having little ones reading with older ones and kind of doing that. So it's not so much as grades, it's more of like community and our friends.
And I just want to say as well that Jordin is actually bilingual. So there is actually a French opportunity. That was a big thing for me, being French Canadian. It was like a very big thing. So this is actually going to be continuing as well, right, Michelle?
Merci.
Michelle, sorry, Jordin.
I love the whole, I love the whole concept of this. It feels to me like we're going back to the basics, going back to the root of who we are as human beings. And I love the whole idea of the community, where you've got that age range of children where they can all learn from each other. Like even the young ones can learn from the older ones, and the older ones can learn from the young ones. And it's just, I just love that whole concept altogether. I think it's beautiful. I almost wished I had school age kids to help them in there, because
you can come.
I want to join in.
I might join in myself. I might join. It sounds like some of the programs you offer is right up my alley. So I think that would be awesome.
And also 80 to 90% of the time, the kids, depending on weather, obviously, but spend their time outside, right, Jordin? So I mean,
we have
beauty. Stay grounded.
We have a beautiful property.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
That's so beautiful. So beautiful. Again, thank you, Jordin, for embracing that opportunity and pushing those fears aside and just allowing and letting the truth of what you're doing to come through and to shine through. So thank you for that.
Thank you so much.
That is so
Merci
amazing. Yes, that is so amazing. I'm always like very grateful. Now I want to start talking in French. Things just flipped there for me with just down 2 little words there. But yeah, like always so grateful, right? And that's the thing, like the more you're grateful for, the more things will come to you. So come back into gratitude, look for opportunities. And then, yeah, so grateful for you there, Jordin. I'm like, we can be more pleased with like the education that my daughter is actually receiving. Yes, and I want that for all of the kids. If that is something that resonates with you, make sure you reach out, because it's there for you. And then there's the flexibility right there, right? So it's not stringent, so there's a flexibility. So
yes,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days a week, it's your choice. So that's amazing.
I will also say too that we're having an open house. Sorry, I have to plug this in too.
Yes,
so
please do.
On May 20th, from 11 till 4, we are having an open house on the school property. Anyone is welcome. There's no registration. And we will just, we'll be able to show the, the main hall, which has been completely renovated. And we'll be able to, have everyone kind of walk through the forest, see where the children will be, playing and learning. And it'll just be a great opportunity to have families come out and just kind of connect to the land and see where we will be based out of. Yeah.
Show up with your heart open.
Yes. Yeah.
And embrace the opportunity, right?
Exactly.
Again, this is like the whole thing. Topic for today is like embracing that opportunity. And if it works for you, great. If it doesn't, thank you for showing up.
Exactly.
Yes, that is correct. Yeah, if it resonates with you, then it's for you. So Michelle, what do you have going on this week?
I have my Tea for Tuesdays at 2:00 on Tuesdays, and continuing to dive into The Untethered Soul. I find that just such a fascinating read. And yeah,
that's
a nice quiet week today, this week.
Yes. So, and then that's okay, right? Because there's a lot actually that's actually happening, because I just want to say attach that suck. Hold on to your hats, everybody. There's lots of great things happening. Lots of opportunities for you to tap into your own self. And we actually, Michelle and I, we're actually going to be doing another online retreat, which is all about awakening your soul. And this is on May 16 and 17, so Tuesday and Wednesday. And it's going to be at 10 o'clock. So we're going to be starting showing that up. So if that's something that you're interested in, we're going to be sharing the link for you to register to that, so you don't want to miss this. And also, we are also really pleased to say that we actually going to be doing an in-person opportunity for you to join in and feel this beautiful energy that we have to offer here on June 4th. So it's a Sunday, and it's going to be in the morning, and we're going to be doing this at in Chatham. So stay tuned for more information that's coming up with this. Okay. So, and then again, you know, stay tuned for September, because we'll be coming into a different area and more onto St. Mary's, London area, and all that. So, and we're going to be live in person at the retreat center there, Forest Hill Private School and Retreat Center, so that we can also offer this beautiful energy, so that you can tap into your own soul and bring that light and to shine it into the world. So stay tuned. There's lots of amazing things happening. Again, May 20th. I just want to say it's my birthday. What a great day to have it on. So I love it. I will remember. I will be showing up with my family. So May 20th, open house for the Forest Hill. So if that's something that resonates with you, show up so that you can learn some more and see if that fits for your family and all that. So thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, Jordin, for sharing your beautiful light and for being the beautiful person that you are. Michelle, again, so grateful to have you and doing these beautiful talks with you every week. I'm so grateful. And Michelle, the other Michelle, thank you for showing up there. I hope you had some great opportunity to learn things. And if you have some information, some questions, all that, feel free to reach out to one of us, and we're there for everyone out there. Thank you for showing up for yourself. And again, be the beautiful light that you are. Michelle, you have something.
I do. I just wanted to say thank you, Jordin, for again embracing this opportunity and joining us live here on Spirit Sisters. Thank you for, like Jacinth said, thank you for shining your light and sharing your heart with the beautiful children. So thank you for that.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you so much.
Yep. Wonderful. Okay, so have an amazing, miraculous week, everyone, and we'll see you again next week at 1 p.m. Okay, the time is changing. Take care. Thank you, everyone. Bye.